When we hear reports about the pandemic of AIDS in the media, what thoughts do you get?
Yeah, well, I wonder if it is somehow a mix-up. And between the diseases like tuberculosis or what else, it can be malaria. And I also wonder why it is told us, if we were told about things as AIDS or any this big disease or epidemic.
Mm.
I mean, it's I think it's scare us mostly.
Let's presume for a moment that they're not trying to scare us. In reality, in your reality, and your friend's reality, and your relative reality, is there any evidence, as far as you see it, that suggests that this syndrome is a threat to our health, lives?
I don't know anyone, and I haven't heard about anyone
Ever?
connected to my relatives' family or friends of my family or someone in the city I'm from, in the village I'm from, and I haven't heard nothing about HIV. Well, I've been tested because I wanted to make some tests because I felt tired and I was having cold all the time and I was never really recovering, and I better go to the doctor and do some tests. And we did the tests and she said, what about AIDS? Can you do that as well? I was like, okay, do the test. Everything was fine. I was just totally healthy, but still I was tired, and still I was having cold too often, too long. Something was telling me something was wrong in a way. But I wasn't having AIDS or HIV or anything like that, so everything was good. So I'm the only one I know. Well, probably one friend of mine also I know got tested. She just kind of said, maybe test for HIV if you might think there could be a reason for you to test that.
Yeah.
And I said, well, okay. Okay, I'm protecting sex not more often, but kind of recently, and it could be maybe likely that. Okay. So I said yes.
Presumably you had to wait several days for the result. How did you feel?
A bit worried, but pretty okay.
So why did you, just because you were taking an HIV test, even though you've practiced unsafe sex, worry about getting a positive result?
Yeah, it's probably because I've been told it's dangerous to have HIV, and to get AIDS you will die. And what if I have HIV? This test tells me this. Would that be causing me to get AIDS and I will die? I mean, somehow. Because now it's like I'm standing against the wall and I have to face the truth, like this, face the music.
Are you aware that Candida is an AIDS-defining illness?
So if you have Candida and you get positive results of HIV, then you have AIDS automatically.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that. I had these rashes on my body. 10 years ago. And it got bigger and bigger, and after like a year I thought they were gonna get away by themselves. After a year I went to the doctor here in Denmark, and The doctor said, "Oh, you have to go to a special skin doctor." And the skin doctor was like, "Oh, yes, I can see you have all this fungus, and haha, and oh, the pill for that one. This is the paper you need to get this, and pay money, and yes. And I took it for 2 weeks and came back, and he's like, "Oh, they're gone. Yes, I took the right pill, ha. Yes. And it was nice. I thought, now I'm probably cured. 2 years later, bang, rashes. Same doctor, same skin doctor, same pill, gone. 2 years later, da-da-la, diddly-dee-da, boom, bang. Same procedure. I started to do a candida diet. No eating yeast, no sugar, no wheat, and really helped. It really helped, and also took herbal pills to clean. Tea. Thanks.
Herbal tea, yeah.
Herbal tea, Apache. And this started to help. I felt more healthier. I slept better. I had to sleep less. I was just felt in a better mood, happier. After a while I got aware that just me doing this thing, to decide to take care of myself, that itself gave me energy to feel happy. That also I was able to do something about it myself. It was my responsibility. It was in my hands. So that was also making me more healthy. I'm much more healthy now than then. I'm more able to do physical things. Harder, longer, faster, more precise. It's because I've been fighting this candida. But it's also a lot of awareness of who I am. And it's also to read the signals of this. And any disease is connected to the mental state of you. So this Candida experience have taught me something. That I can take care of myself, do something about it, not just wait and only rely on the doctors. Antibiotics also cause candida as part of it. So because antibiotics takes down the immune system. So the longer I stand, it's like boosting up, killing all the good and bad bacteria. They just want to kill the bad ones, but it's so strong signal that kill every good ones. You keep on living your life as you did, believing, oh, I'm healthy now, I don't have this flu anymore. But you're still working as you do, you're still having stressy work, you're still eating the same type of food, nothing's changed, you get sick again. Antibiotics.
Where do you conclude that this AIDS epidemic is spreading in the world?
Well, media tells me it's in Africa, like hell. And I'm supposed to believe that. Don't know so many Africans to talk with them, how life is in Africa. It's a continent. It's not just a country, it's a continent, but we like, Africa, one.
Is it easy to assume that they must be having a lot of sex with a lot of different people?
Yeah. It's not unlikely people having more than 24 partners a year.
Really?
Some they're just very good to find a partner, a sexual partner to do their thing. I have a friend that had a lot of partners for a period in his life. Maybe it was just 3 years, specific time of area of his life, and then suddenly it was not so much anymore. So these 3 years was like promiscuous.
Yeah.
I mean, having even sex twice with 2 different partners same night.
And are condoms an issue? Are they often forgotten?
Yeah. Often for Polar parties, you know. She was not good enough, really. I take another one. Without condom as well. It's like this myth, these jokes that Africans believe they put the condom on the finger and they do the shagging anyway, and they should. It's gonna prevent me from having AIDS or whatever. Anything bad about sex, I will be protected by eating it. That's it's like, I don't know if it's jokes or myths, but it's like it indicates like what do we think about them.
Yeah.
Them, those ones. I forgot. Because they have so many kids, and they ask, ooh.
Right.
And they don't have decent health care, and of course they have AIDS.
Yeah.
Things like that. And I believe that myself. Not sure if it's just like that. It's easy.
Do you accept that just because a woman is giving birth to 7 children doesn't mean that she's having promiscuous sex with different partners, or even more sex in general?
No, I don't think so. Because I'm in from a family with 6 kids.
Does it indicate that she's having more sex with more partners, or just that she's not using contraception?
That she's not using contraception.
You have some friends of yours who are also from Sweden, and would you class them as highly promiscuous?
Some of them, yeah. Definitely. Got them. There's lots, all of them.
Do they apply safe sex?
Not all the time.
How do you think that they would explain why they're not AIDS victims?
I think the general thinking is that, well, we don't have so much AIDS in Scandinavia, and therefore it's less risk than in Africa. In Africa, people have AIDS. That's why they get AIDS, because they're spreading to each other, and if you're just having sex with persons in Scandinavia that maybe don't travel so much, then it's just safe. You don't need to use condoms or contraceptions all the time.
They think that the so-called AIDS pandemic started in Africa.
Yeah, I think so. That's in general. But many of my friends also kind of question these things and are not like, but maybe not question it so far enough to believe something else, but might be open for it.
Didn't the first so-called AIDS cases start in America among homosexual men?
That's the general picture. That's what I also sitting here thinking, yeah, that's what I heard the first time.
How would this epidemic, assuming it is an epidemic, spread from white homosexuals on one continent to black heterosexuals on a different continent without also spreading among the general population in the first continent over 28 years, when we didn't stop having sex and babies?
I had one friend or acquaintance that was HIV tested and reported positive. And then she made this test again. She was reported positive. This is in Mexico. and she did some tests, and she didn't really believe it. She did a test again, but positive. And she lives in a rich family. She's from a rich family, so they hired a good specific good doctor to really go into the deep, and then she was reported negative. And probably she relaxed, and she's alive now, and she's running around and having fun, and yeah, she's alive. So I don't know how many tests. Let's say 3. She did at least 2 tests where she was reported positive that she had HIV. I guess more times than that as well, but at least 2. And finally she made this test with this expensive professional doctor, and then she was tested negative. So yeah, it's like, okay, that's why I'm questioning it, like the reliability of HIV tests. Can you trust them? There are 4 in the family. They have 5 cars and 1 Jaguar, and he's working sometimes in Europe as a light designer. I think this doctor was someone he knew.
Because of that, you assume that the doctor had a special interest in the future of this girl.
Yeah.
Do you think that had her father not been in that fortunate position, she may not have been given the opportunity to retest and therefore be left, presumed to later develop AIDS?
Yeah, well, would be likely, yeah. As if she would be told, yes, you have AIDS, you have HIV, and she would not be able to do this deluxe test, professional test. And she will still keep on doing the free ordinary test and be kept told to be positive having HIV. She will probably ending up just believing it.
Yeah.
There's no hope. Because I met her father, and I think he's very supportive, helping her. And yeah, maybe she got a lot of support. Like now, when you have this negative result that you don't have HIV, believe in this, and he's reliable. And